It has happened. The critic scores have come in, and to Disney's surprise, it's not good. It is easily the worst Star Wars score since The Phantom Menace and since the prequels. I'm not joking. The score is an ugly 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even the critics don't like this movie. That just shows how bad Star Wars has gotten. And I can say, but you don't trust the critics. You don't trust the critics. You know, if a real balance, we give that 60%. We gave a real balance of 60%, remember? Well, this is different. It's almost as bad as The Phantom Menace, score wise. That's how bad The Rise of Skywalker is. It's almost as bad as The Phantom Menace in terms of scores. And usually when critics don't really like a Star Wars movie, fans don't like it either. Let's look at The Phantom Menace in episode 2. Those are the two lowest scores by the critics. And of course, they are the most hated by fans. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is for nobody. You pissed off all the people who all like The Last Jedi, you retconned that movie. Because that movie is terrible. So, you know, and of course he pissed off all the Reylos as well by killing off Kylo Ren in the movie. Yeah, you know, which of course you saw because if you looked at the leaks that he dies in the leaks, which all the leaks are true obviously. You know, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Also, you pissed off all the fans who like Luke Skywalker, who like the original trilogy, by killing off all the original trilogy characters by not giving us the opportunity for them to meet up again. This is proof that Star Wars is a dead franchise. Star Wars, you got Disney and Kathleen Kennedy killed them off. They killed off Star Wars, the fifth highest grossing media franchise of all time. And the media is still projecting this movie to gross a massive $400 million worldwide. I don't think it's gonna even gross that much. That's how bad Star Wars has gotten. Okay? It's not gonna gross as much as The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. If you look at the highest film openings worldwide, the highest film opening is of course Avengers Endgame, but The Force Awakens was the fourth highest opening for a movie. The Last Jedi opened at 450 million. I expect The Rise of Skywalker to open similar to movies like Beauty and the Beast, Frozen 2, and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, or even at the world do as poor and or even do as poorly as the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, which came out in 2005, when ticket prices were much lower. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has only gotten worse and worse. China will not help Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker this time. Star Wars will not be helped by China because even them do not want to see Star Wars. Let's look at the awfulness how that Star Wars is done in China. Star Wars has only done worse in China over time. Yes, only worse over time. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker will only continue to bomb in China. It will only continue to bomb in that country because people in there don't want to see Star Wars because they know that Star Wars has turned into a pile of crap as well. All the openings at 450 million will likely be wrong once the box office really comes out. Once box office really comes out, and we are proven right by the truth. It is the worst reviewed movie since The Phantom Menace, which is 56%. Even the people who were defending The Last Jedi as cheerleaders for The Last Jedi hate this movie. They were defending this movie saying how great this movie was. How great the Star Wars sequel trilogy was. These are the people banging down backwards for the Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. But now, even the critics don't want to see Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Expect this movie to do poorly in the box office as something that you would never see before. It'll probably still do well in America. But what about China? People in China are not going to see Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. They barely went to go see The Last Jedi, which only made $44 million. Yes, only $44 million in China. And Solo, a Star Wars story, only managed to gross a measly $13 million in China. It just proves that Star Wars is a dying franchise. Star Wars is a franchise that has used to be the most popular in the world, but now it's fallen below many other franchises over time. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is proof that Star Wars as a franchise is dying, that Star Wars as a series is dead, that Star Wars as a franchise is gone. Or at least Kathleen Kennedy's vision of Star Wars is gone. And the Disney versions of Star Wars are dying because nobody likes them. The fact that they re-released all the original Star Wars movies before The Last Jedi into the Disney cover and into the Disney versions, Disney quote-unquote covers of Star Wars. All we have to do is look at how Disney does not really care about Star Wars and only wants your money. The fact that they re-released all the Star Wars movies on Blu-ray into their cover, thus so we can try to get you buy both the DVDs and Blu-rays. Because Disney knows, if you buy both the DVD and Blu-ray, you will get if you buy both the DVD and Blu-ray, you will of course give Disney more money. And of course, that's what Disney wants. That's why Disney re-released all the Star Wars movies on the Disney cover for money alone. And of course, no one bought these versions because these versions suck. Okay, these versions of Star Wars are terrible. Same thing with The Rise of Skywalker. Disney said, "Oh my God, these are the best versions of Star Wars." When the original versions are super hard, and they're gonna make the original versions of the movies super hard to find. So that's basically about the rise of Skywalker. This movie has awful scores on Rotten Tomatoes. It has only proven us right that this movie will be the worst Star Wars movie ever made. Oh, actually, they changed the score now. It's at 57%. But the data score is rotten, and that means Star Wars is a piece of crap now. Goodbye.